Hey guys, I hope everybody's having a fantastic day. Today I wanted to talk to you guys about this additional TRM Bulldog that they sent out for me to check out. This is a little different than the other ones I've seen. This is one of their Contoured G10 Bulldogs in 20 CV. Most of my existing TRMs from my collection are in 20 CV. They just started using MagnaCut a little over a year ago. And the first Bulldogs that came out were MagnaCut. And people were asking for 20 CV. So TRM, listening to what people want, offers 20 CV or MagnaCut. And you can get either one of these models from TRM or one of their dealers for $270. And that's with 20 CV or MagnaCut, stonewash blade, G10 handles, contoured with the back spacer, titanium clip, River-LOK, which is an axis bar style lock that Three Rivers Manufacturing utilizes. A very nice locking system, very smooth on the shut. It is on bearings. One thing about the Bulldog is where the name came from. Marianne and Les Halpern have a couple of French Bulldogs, Roxy and Riley. And that's where the Bulldog came from. They wanted to name a knife and honor their dogs, their little family, and that's why we have the TRM Bulldog. It's got a couple of other unique attributes, at least I think, and that is one being it has the thickest blade stock of any TRM out there. If you look at, and we'll look at the Neutron, because I was going to use this for a size comparison, but if you look at the TRM Neutron, you'll see that its blade stock is much thinner, but they're both extremely slicey. So let's do a couple of quick size comparisons. The TRM Neutron is the existing TRM in a liner lock. It's about a 1/4 inch longer than the Bulldog. And then it's going to be, of course, longer than a Sharpie. Benchmade bug out. It's going to be just a hair smaller than the bug out, which is going to make it a good bit smaller than the Spyderco Paramilitary 2. So before we do some cutting with it, let's grab the tape measure. And we'll see that this knife is 7 inches long, right at 7 inches. I got some crud on it. The blade is going to be right about 3 inches. And the handle is going to be right about 4 inches. So you've got an inside G10 grip, which is 3 1/4. And that's this grip right here, which I don't use because this choil is built into both the scales and the base of the blade. So that is the natural grip of this knife. And that's one of the things I want to make sure I talk about before this is over is the ergonomics. So it's going to come in over 3 3/4. So from right here to right here, you've got roughly 3 3/4, a little bit more than 3 3/4. With these Contoured G10 scales and the way that these finger choils are worked out on this knife, this is probably one of the most comfortable knives in my collection for EDC. I love the blade deployment hole. I love the smooth handles. I had this knife in a flat G10. It was very nice. It just did not feel nearly as ergonomic without the contoured scales. The Contoured G10 just makes a really big difference. And when you put the death grip on it, it not giving you hot spots. Feel a little bit right here. Nothing that I would consider to be hot, but you can feel, the only place I feel pressure a little bit is just right there. But it's very minor. Let's get some paper. Now, I've been cutting with this, and I have not stropped it, have not sharpened it. It's 20 CV, not MagnaCut, but it is very nicely done. I'm kind of in a little slicey trance, guys. I apologize. The grind on this knife, it almost looks like a hollow grind, but it is a flat. And the blade geometry on this knife is excellent. Super, super slicey. I don't know if you can see how thick that is, and it does look like it's coming down to a hollow, but it's just a really nice flat. Not a hollow grind. You've got a black G10 backspacer, and you've got, again, the titanium clip that rides deep in your pocket. Goes in and out of pocket very well. Get my little sample pocket here. So full deep carry. Doesn't take up much space in the pocket at all. Very light carry. Let's see how thick it is. So right about a 1/2 inch thick in the overall blade thickness, or excuse me, the overall handle thickness. So the handle thickness is coming in right at 0.4895. Blade stock 0.1185. Behind the edge, best I can get it, 0.0215. And that's probably not an accurate dimension because I'm not great at getting behind the edge. But it's also a light guy. Whoops. It is going to come in 3.65 ounces, right around 3.5 ounces. Guys, for a USA made small batch knife that's done exceptionally well, I can recommend the TRM Bulldog, just like any TRM in my collection. I think they're great knives. I think the Bulldog, by giving you these contoured, a little bit thicker handles, this beefy blade stock, whether you choose 20 CV or MagnaCut, it is just a really nice blade. I'm a huge fan of it. You can buy replacement scales for this. So let's say you get one with these contoured Coyote Brown scales, but you want to change them out for a different color scales, a Micarta scales, Rich Light scales, carbon fiber scales. You can do that. You do take off the 2 body screws, and you do have to remove the pivot, but it was easy for me to do. The pivot came out very easily. I closed it. It's captive at the top. I was able to push the pivot out, put the scale on, push the pivot back through without even having to take the knife fully apart. So it did a really, really nice scale swap. I've got that on the channel here if you want to watch how I did that. I did a scale swap, and you can check that out. But yeah, guys, this is the TRM Bulldog, Three Rivers Manufacturing. A knife named after their little Frenchy bulldogs, Roxy and Riley. I think it's a great addition to the TRM collection, and probably my favorite TRM in terms of ergonomics. I like the liner lock, detent, slightly better than the River-LOK. The River-LOK is not bad at all. I also have it on my Shadow, but the shape and the size of this knife is perfect. Guys, thank you for watching. I want to say thank you to all the channel members. I want to say thank you to anyone who comes in to check out my knife and EDC content. I'll ask you, hit the like button if you don't mind. If you're so inclined, hit that subscribe button. There'll be a video popping up over there. Feel free to watch it when it comes on. That would be helpful. But most importantly, please look out for the guy or gal to your left. Please look out for the guy or gal to your right. Please look out for each other. Go forward with love in your heart and choose debate, not hate. I love you all. Peace.